Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Paul.A.D, the one, the only master of propaganda, hero's like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on, you guessed it, it is Faymonville Approach. In the north, it is Paul.A.D fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 1st Panzerdivision featuring mechanized assault, Jaeger Infantry and assault support. With infantry, Panzerfaust and mine bolts in the west and south, it is VonIvan. Fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin. Better work schedules, as he's clearly got other places to be. Fighting here, though, for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, all that. Here with the 10th Tank Corps with partisan tactics, airborne troop tactical and lease tactics. Worth noting, no guard mode coordination tactics. We've definitely seen that one a bit too much. Engineer Comscott here for VonIvan. We got actually double half-tag bulletins. Sexy. Especially one here for a cheaper upgrade. With Penal Troopers there, we got a special half card here for VonIvan. So off to the races here. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, my own personal company of heroes. Other people who join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links are in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing also helps me out indirectly. So, off to the races here. Engineers cancel the consequence for some Strafniki here. Pioneers moving towards the northern point. There we got the MD4 moving forward here for Paul.A.D and the German army. The MD42, of course, was a core weapon of the German army, which was built around machine guns. Initially the MD34, then the MD42. Though generally, of course, as the German arms industry struggles to equip everyone, they'd also have to make do with a variety of other machine guns, either captured or converted, like the MD15, which was a converted aircraft machine gun. But you also had a really high rate of fire like the MD34 and 42. Fun fact. People moving forward here, MD14 up, then the Strafbart there pushing them back. Then he's killing a lone engineer. We got an early scout here for VonIvan, the M3A1. North here, Pioneers heading for northern munitions point. In the south, the engineers moving forward for VonIvan. I mean, there's definitely an interesting collection of commanders there for sure, not just because it's not got motor, but just some of the more exciting ones. We got Paul.A.D with Jaeger Infantry featuring ambush training, Jaeger Infantry upgrades, Jaeger command squads, light artillery barrages, and the Stuka anti-tank strafe. Leipzig actually makes use of the ambush camouflage. The Germans were actually great users of camouflage, a variety of it. This particular one is a bit, never been a fan of that one, looks a bit wrong to me, honestly. Anyways, Pims recorded everything forward to the Grenadiers. Quickly suffering loss on the Grenadier squad here. Pims will start the scout, cut in 3-1 ready. Can't charge the position they score, wants to get Panderfausted. More Grenadiers bring up here. North here, Pioneers with Engineers. And routed. Scout coming in, reversing into the Grenadiers. Seems ambitious. Second Penal squad almost there for VonIvan. Quick kill there. The south here, pumping grab by the Engineers. Second Penal squad ready there. Getting some damage in the Grenadier squad. In fact, very low on health here. But overall, Paul's got a really good push going here. This is VonIvan so far. Scout coming in there. Close veteran one in the M3A1. 30 cal in the back, firing right as well there. Popping out the Penals, realizing in the current state of affairs he needs to like pop them out. It's not going to work out too well for VonIvan at the moment. At least not it's going to attack into like Paul.A.D. Like as well as like flank around, like hit it from another angle. Keeping the scout could be great over the head on assault like this. The scout cars are like, not going to help them much. Particularly again, not with all those Panzerfaust sticking about. Closing in on the ambush camouflage. Gunny's going for the scout con. There we go. Do get the Panzerfaust here from Otto. And pop goes the weasel, most explosively killing the crew. But a blow there to VonIvan. He definitely don't expect that one. Pim something about there. Pim can use charging in as well there. Put Paul.A.D's position a bit exposed. Part of the issue is just this basically bit of shrubbery here. And there you go. It was about utilising the bit of foliage there. To get past the MD40, yeah, we're going to get a search for Chelsea for VonIvan. VonIvan, a big fan of big explosions. And we could see the MD42 going down. Oh, God, you hear me? And it does go down. A huge win here for VonIvan. Grabs the MD42, at least attempts to grab it under Paul.A.D's nose. Good Lord. That was absolutely explosively brutal there. Completely blindsiding Paul.A.D. Of course, didn't think his opponent's going to go for the satchel charge. But VonIvan's going to go for the satchel charge if he can. So that is a significant tactical win here for VonIvan. Really leaves Paul.A.D. there in a rather depressing set of affairs, as suddenly his opponent has an MD42 admittedly covered in a lot of Jürgen, Otto and Friedrich, but a bit of a power hose there can quickly clean that up. Grab northern point here with the penal troops there. Grab the point here as well. Scout car, meanwhile, is a bit of a nasty ensemble there as well inside of VonIvan space. Canceling the Crips man with the ambush camouflage. They did use camouflage mocks here, though. I believe this one's a bit too neat. For that, they actually looked a bit different to that. There's also the Zeltbahn, which was basically sort of like a half cover for a tent. Like they're basically meant to like stick them together, like in a squad, that way form a whole tent. But they was not uncommon to use this Zeltbahn as a sort of camouflage poncho, sort of as a more ersatz camouflage there. Though some of them would also like, have them sewn into like actual camouflage uniforms. So little fun fact there, little fun fact. Armored car there for Paul.A.D. Probably also going to see a command squad. Maybe some G33s to fight a bit more aggressively back here as VonIvan. Northern point grabbed by the Strafbart there, but definitely roughed up from the Paul.A.D. and a great one for VonIvan. I mean, now it's got like a machine gun on top of the 3 penal trooper squads, and of course the M42 is crewed by penal troopers as well there. So that's going to be quite a lot of firepower that one can project against Paul.A.D. North arm covers the engineers, pushing them back here. Grenades following up as well. Armcar going straight for the Strafbart there as well on health. VonIvan is forced to concede terrain there in the face of the German army. The first Panzer Division. We got medics up there for VonIvan. I imagine we'll be seeing a command squad in there for Paul.A.D. Certainly something a bit more 5-man squadish with 3D 33s. I think do them a lot of good. I'm surprised we're not seeing any upgrades for the guns. That might be because they're too busy elsewhere, but I do think a priority should be upgrading them with some additional firepower here versus VonIvan. Of course, yeah, we've got Jaeger command squad, but he may also be considering a Pack 40 already now, since VonIvan could theoretically try and cut a T70 here. Could theoretically do that. We do get the PTRS on the way, 41 on the way there for VonIvan. I'm in comms gun the engineer squad here. If you get it right, that's certainly helpful there for Paul.A.D. Obviously, nothing to fully compensate for the loss of the MG32, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. There you go, Pim Squad treating armor car playing up here. Aggressive play by Paul.A.D. Thumbs up here, getting behind the MG42 crew there. Taking with auto cannon correction machine gun into the crew there. Up north point, sees the Gundis might want to hit from the northern victory point. Gundis in a bit of trouble. Nothing further going there for Paul.A.D. in the base. But again, Pack 40 soon, or maybe a replacement MG42. Yeah, come on to the advancing Pumas was there. Up close, the G33 definitely at some punch. It was the SV240, so that's it. There's still a lot of surge here, and the command squad is still being overwhelmed here by VonIvan's sheer numbers. But the Grenadier squad arrives here, sadly not in time. Light machines on the way there, so no G33s here for Paul.A.D. MG42 almost wiping out the Jaeger command squad there. In this case, the terrain and the outhouse proves to be a saving grace. Car being fixed up. He's murdering the Indians up close to the MG42. Southern pumping sees there by the Strafbart. Can bring up there. One engineer is there for VonIvan. Can squad advancing there. Another MG42 on the way there for Paul.A.D.'s infantry here. Almost lost his third fuel point, though he does briefly hold both fuel points here versus VonIvan, who has yet to take up further. That's of course with these two things. He may just be planning to like rush at a half track soon enough anyways. We should probably do that faster than he is. But there you go. I believe we are seeing the tech happen. Yep, there we go. Can also remember there's another PM squad arrives here for VonIvan. Great aggressive maneuvering here by both players. Another player here, Slouch. Almost got the MG42 ready. Yeah, command squad advancing there. Getting there the Strafbart up close. MG42 on the way there for Paul.A.D. to replace the one lost. No ambush camouflage yet. That would definitely be the good addition to have. Again, talking camouflage, what the Jaeger command squad is wearing there is be more typical, you know, what a regular Grenadier wears, you know, more standard camouflage mock there with a splinter muster pattern there of camouflage. So a little fun fact there. Got the pins of the rowdy as well. He's going straight engage there with the armoured car, going to the centre. North there, Parnesi's in the point. MG42 there versus the armoured car up close and ugly. Still, despite these losses, you can see that Paul.A.D. with the armoured car and other aggressive tactics is able to get back map control here from VonIvan. Highlighting, amongst other things, as the Wehrmacht, it is very crucial to play aggressively and creatively in the early game. We do get the half track for VonIvan, the M5 half track there. Guessing this can be upgraded to the Court Mount here, considering you got, like, you know, bulletins for that. I think that's actually, like, the first time I've seen someone actually use that bulletin, as a side note. Yeah, also the 25% bulletin there allows me to get it out faster, so there we go. It's arguably a bit on the later side there anyways, but I'll get it out. And then, of course, adding the Court Mount there. Slightly cheaper here. Slightly cheaper. For you, comrade! I have a special discount here in Crazy VonIvan's Crazy Anti-Aircraft Surplus Depot. Where do I get all these things from? I steal them off American supply ships. Yeah, that's why they call me Crazy VonIvan. Punising northwards there. Straight into 2 grenadier squads and an MD-42, adding the ambush camouflage. Thumbs up there to Paul.A.D. Bringing the half-tech, immediately hosing down the grenadiers there. Pack 40 there's on for Paul.A.D, of course, in response to the M17. This was called there with the Court Mount. MD-42 getting flanked though. Needs to retreat that one fast because he does not want to hand VonIvan another MG-42 team. North Pioneers on covers the Pumas was there. Slowly being them out here. Good work there. Half-tech though is exploiting the lack of anti-tank guns or anything else here from Paul.A.D. Racing through. An unsupervised child hopped up on sugar with probably not a pair of scissors. That's a bit too grim an image, but you get the idea. Screeching about. Pioneers being hosted by the half-tech move straight with the Pumas up towards the fuel point. Paul.A.D is more or less on the retreat, except now we've got a fresh force moving out there. No tech yet for Paul. The faster they can get going there, the better. And the half-tech majors encounter the Pack 40s indeed. VonIvan is charging in there bravely for the motherland and very bravely into the Pack 40. Almost suffers a wipe here on the half-tech, but narrowly avoids it. I'm sure the driver might need some fresh underwear after that one. Also to be secured at Crazy VonIvan's Crazy Surplus store, which also has a lot of stolen underwear from the Americans. Fixing up the half-track there, ground the southern part of the penal troopers. Decent light tank for VonIvan. Now that's a bit bolder considering the timing. Obviously it's aggressive. He does technically have the option for anti-tank rifles. You could also like go for partisan tactics for like anti-Panzerschrecks there, or then at least tactics for a bunch of bazookas of the assault guards. I guess he's got the option, but in terms of timings, this is definitely playing a lot more loose and aggressive than you'd see the average player doing, and definitely has a lot of risk associated with it. I'd not recommend this to the average player, but you know, VonIvan is definitely doing it because, well, it's VonIvan. Armored Mechanic Southwards here, straight for the Pumas troopers there. Other way, it's a lot of like light vehicle mobilized fire, but of course it does also, arguably, if it can be executed well, make it harder for Paul.A.D to go for the arm because he may suffer much higher manpower bleeding here versus VonIvan. So that's probably like the basic strand here for VonIvan, just to keep his opponent bleeding and make it happen to go for those expensive tanks. Not a bad idea, but risking. Oh, armored car that suffers engine damage from mine, I'm assuming. That or a fairly lucky settle charge, but at the same time not lucky enough to destroy it. Decent straight at the Pack 40 at the same time, half to launch the flank from the north. VonIvan charges in there fearlessly, braving the Panzerfaust. T-70 survives, 2 Panzerfaust hits after they want to get it closer. Almost got the Pack 40, there go, the crew dies. 3rd Panzerfaust though finishes off the T-70. Pack crew here, but the 8 commands got the half others diving in. 5 kills, veterans who won. VonIvan clashes in there, mowing down the Pack crew again. Veterans in the half-tech, shredding Paul.A.D's infantry at close quarters. The infantry is being ripped apart like flies in a blender. Almost got the Panzerfaust, there go, wiped. Oh, Paul.A.D is being annihilated. It's a massacre here. This is more at home in an 80s action movie starring Sylvester Stallone versus Dolph Lundgren. That's a German. Yeah. Anyways, need to pull back that MG-42. I think even in ambush mode, that is a fairly risky position there. Half-tech, almost ace level. 3rd Grenadier Squad on the way there for Paul.A.D. He has the tech, but again, the manpower bleeding his assault there has effectively kind of worked for VonIvan, delaying the armor. Though, of course, he lost the half-tech. If he had lost the half-tech on the T-70, I think VonIvan would be a lot more ahead than he was, but it was certainly impressive. And crucially, he may be able to get the Pack 40, so when Paul finally gets out some armor here, it won't be as impressive as it could have been. And there you go. Now VonIvan is firing his anti-prison rounds at Paul.A.D's MG-42. You need to treat that now before it gets wiped and VonIvan gets another MG-42. Armored car pushing forward there, knocked out here by a few anti-tank rifle shots there, knocking out the armored car. Jaeger Command's got advanced there, halfway to actually free. Needs to retreat now. I think he keeps fighting it because he's hoping to somehow stall for long enough to somehow get the Pack 40 back. But the problem is, it's not going to happen, I think. Not at this point. I think that is very much a dream he has to let go. And again, VonIvan pushing up with the MG42 here. Pioneer's retreating. Has we seen any mines at all from Paul.A.D? I believe the answer to that is 9. Then he's arriving here with the MG42s, though again I feel like G42 is getting a bit more offensive firepower. And there you go, VonIvan with the satchel charges, with no care for local wildlife, architecture, or anything. He just blows up and wipes out another Grenadier squad here. Almost losing the MG42. I mean, the casualties are absolutely insane. But it's definitely not a boring match. I mean, that's pretty much the guarantee with VonIvan. He may not be meta, but he sure as hell isn't boring either. Yeah, Command's got charging straight at the Pumas, so they're pushing them back, and he's moving forwards there. So Pommerkopf, they're fighting for Paul.A.D up north here, Pond and grab with the Strafbad. MG42 they're reinforcing, engineers, penal troops out there, Pack 40 crewed fully by the engineers. A full-on 6-man crew. Got the MG42 setting up here. But yeah, Paul is really taking a licking here from VonIvan, who still has yet to choose a commander. We're slowly approaching the 20-minute mark, and, you know, would be good if he chose something there soon. But at this rate, I mean, it could be all things like, you know, Lend-Lease just for the Sherman, but also like some Dishkas and maybe some Assault Guards. Airborne, I guess, for Rocket Strafes. Maybe some submachine guns and the Penal Troopers. That would be spicy. Could be Partisans. Meanwhile, south side here we got VonIvan pushing forward with the Red Army. Graham Northern Fuel Pump with the Grenadiers. Grenadiers from the Strafbad. Graham is on the Victory Point. In the centre we got the Jaeger Command with the Penal Trooper there. We got the info from the ace level for VonIvan. Our MB14 moving forward here. Could try and, I guess, set up here and flank down there. He is closing on a tank here though versus VonIvan. VonIvan meanwhile has yet to build the light mechanized armor company, so in this regard, Paul.A.D does definitely have the potential for getting a good lead out for VonIvan now. Yeah, Command's got pushed back with the Penal Troops up north here. We got the Penal Troops moving in. We got S-Mines on the tree path here to get a wipe here, but sadly, a bit too late. But a nice attempt here, I think, by Paul.A.D. The MG42 might still be able to do it here. Could theoretically have tried loading up into the Alpines round before that happened. Oh well, really lucky there for VonIvan. And there you go, Panda 4 for Paul.A.D. and the German army. But still, he needs to work pretty hard to turn around the map control once more here. And we got the mechanized armor company for VonIvan. As soon as he more or less has the resources, he builds it. Thumbs up. VonIvan knows here that a good timing matters a lot more. Pack 40 holding up here. MD40 was advancing Grenadiers, quickly suppressing them. Honestly, at this point, Paul.A.D may well consider adding in some Panzer Grenadiers as well. He'll run just going for more Grenadiers. We got a rifle grenade here, fired off the hedges, straight to the Pumas over there. Decent hit. Getting flanked over more Pumas. We've got to push up his robot head by the MD Pumas over them. Got the import repositioning. 11 kills on that one. He's over here. Yeah, Command Squad running in there. We got 15 kills in the east level. Instantly our Pumas popped again. Very consistent use of that ability by the way there. Thumbs up to VonIvan. And force retreat aiming forward. In fact, he may just straight up wipe it. Incendiary Pumas runs were really good just on the MD42 and down. There you go. He does get the wipe. Paul.A.D's got next to nothing left. But there you go. Panther 4 wipes the engineer squad. Pack 40 shoots. Punches through the Panther 4's frontal armor there. A nasty development there for Paul.A.D. Charges straight up there. He's at least looking to deny the MD42 to his opponent. I think that is definitely a fairly sensible approach. Be careful not to lose the Panther 4. And there goes Satchel Charge off here. You may wonder, by the way, how did that happen since they didn't have the anti-tank satchel charge? Well, there's a slight trick to it, actually. It's not something you see discussed a lot there. I think that I may highlight some of my many, much older videos. But the trick is, when you throw the satchel charge, if you throw it into the tank's path, the tank will actually like set off the satchel charge as it drives over it. It's not something you can see done a lot there, and I don't think most players are aware of it, but it is a trick you can pull off. They've done it several times in the past against, for example, Tiger tanks. You know, toss a satchel charge in there and, you know, cause some heavy damage. So, little trick there for those unawares. Little trick there. It's one of the more interesting parts of the game there. So, thumbs up to VonIvan highlighting that there. Another Panther 4 there. He still needs more infantry. He needs to definitely be a bit more careful with his tanks, though. VonIvan Bar, we hit the training mark. Has still yet to choose a commander. We got 341 to 301. Still, Paul.A.D keeps finding here for the German army. Deutschland. VonIvan was closing on that T-34 some 6 here, though again. Oh, could have been an M40 Sherman, but no, we do get parts and tactics with the radio intercept. Parts and troops, anti-tank and ambush tactics, and spy network, which is actually a really powerful ability. Like just showing everything on the mini-map for like a few seconds there for 50 nations is absolutely bonkers brilliant. Let me tell you that. Now the Panther 4, of course, also known of the Panther 4, will actually goes for any partisans, but even then, just like the sheer intelligence advantage the partisan tactics can provide, you can sometimes be game winning. Panther advancing and pushing back the engineers. Pilgrims holding up here. Great shot. They're almost wiping out the entire Ace Pilgrim squad here. That was really close to being a grim blow. The VonIvan there going Gunny's flanking up. They could get the Pilgrim squad here. Finally get a wipe here in VonIvan. T for the first skips on the right. No, he goes for the Pack 40 first. Missing a possibility. No, there we go. He got both. Oh, no, the Pack 40 now gets away. Still wiped. Oh, he got 2 Pilgrim squads in VonIvan. Good lord, the tide is turning in a most horrendous fashion, like a tide of blood. Washing through the foyer in a Stanley Kubrick movie. Panther 4, they're falling back. Another the T-56 on the way. That is some heavy blows to the VonIvan. Definitely gives Paul.A.D, I think, a much better chance to turn this around and winning the game. But still, good lord, the absolute turns on this match. And again, we got spy network here from VonIvan. T-34 some 6 ready here for VonIvan and their Red Army. Panther 4 being fixed up. Need to gain more of the map. The fast we got 303 versus 301. Pack 40's almost done there. Obviously concerned about enemy armor. Also wants to kill it faster. There we go. He's also got a bit of the flooding about. Considers some mines. So of course, it's more likely to fire the light artillery barrage or the Stuka anti-tank strafe. And if VonIvan is concerned, he's so far not showing it, despite having only 1 infantry squad now. He versus Paul.A.D's 3. Another spy network. Panther 4 tank from north. Decent facts up here with the M42 and the Panther 4. Of course, VonIvan was likely aware of it unless he wasn't paying attention over the spy network. That'd be slightly amusing. T-flanking the M42, got hit from the Pack 40, punches straight through the sidearm of the T-34 from 6 up north. Engage, grab the point here. South T-34 falling back there for VonIvan. He's saying to the Pack 40 crew, utterly executing here in cold blood. Nice faintness for Paul.A.D. And we got to strike in the M42 position inside their small house. We get his hands to the Pack 40s tonight. That'd be pretty good there for Paul.A.D, and obviously a bit problematic for VonIvan. Also got the M42 as well. They're 19 kills on it. Really just showing how powerful that can be in the right hands. Plus, you know, crewed by P1 troops. That probably has an effect as well, but you know, he's just been making very consistently good and aggressive use of the MD42, which honestly a lot of Wehrmacht players aren't even good at time. So, thumbs up to VonIvan. There goes McGran for the Pack 40, but there we go. Give us some double Pack 40 versus VonIvan once in the first place now. Now VonIvan's down just 1 penal squad, 2 years naming for in the T-34 from 6. The odds, I would say, are a bit stacked against VonIvan. I mean, just look at that. Just in a matter of moments, VonIvan went from a dominating position to anything but dominating. He's, if anything, the dominating one. Though, admittedly, again, it's all changed back from Paul.A.D being in one dominating to being the dominated one. So who knows if it's going to change again. With VonIvan, I honestly can't say, but this is a hell of a position. He's going to have to make a comeback from here versus Paul.A.D. A hell of a position. Bit of quiet here as VonIvan, of course, is rebuilding his forces, laying up for his next plans. Meanwhile, Paul.A.D could consider digging in with some mines or being machine gun bunkers, just to make it hard here for VonIvan to like make a storm assault here and overwhelm him. Now the Panther 4 likely also in the cards here for Paul.A.D. There you go, troops in the south caught with the Panther 4. Continuing engaging the Panther 4 with anti-tank rifles. Realistically, they only really have a chance engaging the Panther 4 through the side armor, which is roughly 30mm thick, so the right ranges they could penetrate and do some damage. In fact, that's why they actually added side skirts to the Panther 4s in the first place, to help deal in part with anti-tank rifles. Now the T-34 there on the way for VonIvan. Definitely going to try and turn the game around those, and those are definitely the right tanks for this. They do pack about far. But there you go, Panther 4 and he charges in there. He's going to try and do it. He's ramming it in the rear with the T-34, but no, he falls short. He falls short. He couldn't ram it in. Anyways, T-34 falling back. Clausewitz to one the T-34 from 6. Pack 4 is setting up there, blasting at the T-34 got engineers pushed back. There's one on the south here, point being seized by VonIvan. We got 247, 298. Second Panther 1 for Paul.A.D. Very good. Conscious war on the way there for VonIvan. No more pins of him. Just good old Frontovix. And there you go, charging the T-34 for VonIvan. Now it's going to come down to aggression, utilize resources as efficiently as possible and as aggressively as possible to basically overwhelm Paul.A.D. There we go. Utterly shattering here his tank, using his numbers while he still has them to crash Paul.A.D. and ensure these parts of him, and ensure doesn't like build up a tank advantage over VonIvan. Thumbs up there. An absolutely driven attacker here that is constantly launching raids, and he didn't even lose a single T-34 from 6. Just showing that sometimes, like just a well-executed raid, they can give you an element of surprise that your opponent can't react in time to. Another Panther 4 raid for Paul.A.D. More infantry, I think, would help benefit him, but also as just Stooks probably and some Telemines. In fact, Telemines will do a lot, I think, to help prevent parts of these, shock assault from VonIvan functioning as well as they do. But will Paul.A.D. consider laying down? I don't know. Both tanks in repair seed. VonIvan still tragically short on infantry. We do get Telemines here from Paul.A.D. Thumbs up. The Telemina. Caught there laying down the Telemine. We'll have to see if VonIvan actually realises and deals with it. Ground back the southern field point. We got 247, 273. Likely just going to be more Panther Force here from Paul.A.D. Punish the mountain Kanska. Sniper for VonIvan. Interesting choice here. I guess it's for the psychological frustrating elements here versus Paul.A.D. It's like, maybe make him more susceptible to a sudden chance from the T-34s from 6s. I don't know, it's hard to say that what he's fully planning, but I guess that's part of the plan there for VonIvan, to make it hard for his opponent to try and figure out what the hell he's doing. So we'll have to see what that's going to lead to here. Now the Panther 4 there for Paul.A.D. No Sturmgeschütz there as for Engage, despite being able to build them so fast, to give enough firepower to maybe deal with those T-34s and 6s at a slightly faster pace. But there you go. Sniper out there for VonIvan, the Red Army. Got his quarter by the T-34s from 6. Panther 4 halfway done. Another spy network there for VonIvan. Thumbs up. Again, allows us to much easier, like just make a plan as to how to attack Paul.A.D. and execute it well. And before 2 sniping ahead here, we got 1 kill there on the sniper now. Pack 4's lining up here. I think a head-on assault there is going to be a bit ill-advised, but then again, depending on how Paul.A.D. moves, it could maybe work. I don't know. But there you go, double hits on the T-34 from here. Sniper there with 2 kills. Again, holding up here. Panther 4 there on the way to the front line. We got 247, 247. Panther 4's the engineers. Got hit there from the T-34 punching through the Panther 4's front armor. Other Panther 4 Ryan flanking the T-34 from 6 there. He's holding up. Might want to pop the Intensify rounds with the MG42 now, maybe not, I don't know. Grab Northern pop with the conscript, still could do with a bit more infantry, honestly, in my opinion. Bunker up there for Paul.A.D now in the centre, not a bad idea, I feel like I could have done a bit sooner. Guessing that's going to be machine gun bunker, yup. The theory could have been like a command bunker, I don't think that'd been entirely bad either, but... Conscripts with the penal troop, Panther 4 there, not penal troopers. Bunker there actually being shot to bits with the anti-tank rifles, having put it a bit close to the building there. That could end up being a lot of waste of resources there for Paul.A.D. We got artillery strike on the MG42 and the sniper. Meanwhile, VonIvan is keeping his arm in reserve. He's not committing it yet. I'm guessing he's waiting for Paul.A.D to maybe extend, at which point he can assume in the T-34 takes is relying on the high speed and mobility, so that way overwhelm Paul.A.D. And crucially, maybe also catch the Pack 4 to the moving, because once the moving tranches up, they do have this like... Oh dear, he made a mistake. They got too close. There you go for VonIvan using the terrain to launch an anti-tank cell charge on the Panther 4, causing significant damage. It's not the engine round, but it did cost them the penal troopers. So that was a theoretically nice ambush there. Again, didn't quite cost them the unit. Close to vegetation on that T-34 from 6 here. Paul.A.D moves up further and further here, advancing straight to the entrance of the opponent's space machine gun bunker. It is basically like a barbecue pit gun. It is white. He's really going all in here. He could also go for Stu, which I think they should also think just secure more of the train now rather than go for this. But anyways, now the grenades got the Paul.A.D to replace the ones lost. Special rifle command destroyed. They're denying for now an access to any further snipers, scout cars, or penal troopers. Not I think he'd go for a scout car at this point, but then again it is VonIvan, so I'd probably be proven wrong at that one at some point. Picks up in T-34 some 6 engineers. Paul is just further delving deeper into VonIvan's base. And he's going for the mechanized armor, coming in with a third T-34 some 6 for VonIvan. Charge him with the conscripts, going to hit with an anti-tank grenade. Paul is definitely looking to close this match out fast here versus VonIvan, conquering mowed down by the MG42 there, popping him up into the group. There you go. VonIvan's MG42's out as well with 20 kills to his name. And Sniper's joining as well here. VonIvan fearlessly counterattacks up north. He's caught with the Panther 4 there. His Panther's actually extended, so theoretically like a good armored assault here. Could perhaps like punch Paul.A.D right in the nose and leave him discombobulated. Another spy network here for VonIvan. I think he senses blood, or tastes blood in the water like a shark. A socialist shark.
The sector is at risk.
Bit of quiet here, but yeah, there's definitely looking like something. He's moving up the T-4's going to attack up north. He hit the isolated elements, going for a defeat in detail here over Paul.A.D. Hitting the pioneers, wiping out half the squad with a single shot. Hoping perhaps to cause a response with the Panther Force, baiting in the Panther Force there. Maybe in the Pack 4 which gains catching the move and then launching it, doing some heavy damage. Got this meanwhile troop moving for the south here again. It feels like he's using the tanks as bait here against Paul.A.D, allowing the infantry to move elsewhere. Bit risky in some ways, but I can see the logic. No, moves in the tanks here. The south here moving up, being pushed off back here, caused by the Indians, the conscripts.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Now switching the tanks southwards. There you go, rough game. There comes the Jaeger command squad. They're out in the open. They're being bled out. We got 241 on 97. Keeping back the tanks here. He's waiting for his right time, I'm guessing. But, well, it's the right time to strike here. The South Jaeger command squad routed. Panther Force advancing. That's bold there. That's very bold. Pack 4 is also moving in. And we see this. He would actually take there. Go spy network. And I think you realise this here. Paul.A.D made a massive mistake with the Pack 4. He's too far. They're leaving up the flank open. And VonIvan seizes upon this as well as he can. There you go. Panther 4 flank destroyed in a matter of moments. C-54 gets almost at veteran 3. And the other Panther 4 course being flanked as well there. Heavy damage inflicted through the rear armor with ease. And the one Pack 40 has already been wiped out. He has the MG42 goes through it as well there. And there you go. Second Panther 4 down. He's lost the T-34 from 6. But one T-34 for like 2 Panther 4s and a Pack 40 is massively sufficient there for VonIvan. The T-34 success, amazing DPS, and there you go. Wiping out the packs and the MG42 now. Paul.A.D is being gutted. And there you go, Ace T-34 and 6, a hero of the Soviet Union. Paul.A.D and the 1st Panzer Division is in deep shite. He's crewing up the Pack 40, but the MG42 Pumes was going for it with 24 kills. 25. Paul.A.D has suffered incredible losses here. He's going for another Panther 4, but now for now he's going to have like 2 Pack 40s against that Panther 4 on top of the 2 tanks. Talk about a comeback here from VonIvan. Yeah, Command's going to push back up with the ACMD-42. An absolutely spectacularly bloody match, ladies and gentlemen. An absolutely violent spectacle here. We got 241 to 127. I mean, Paul.A.D still has the victory point, but so many others for now. 9 Joe's strong advantage. I mean, he's got not just the stun MD4, which again he's just done just like amazing, you know, ability here, but also just like T-34, some 6 aces, and of course, crucially, those double pack 40s, which again will be 6-man pack 40s. We got that Friedrich and Heinz spinning around. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round. When he's straight to the T-34 from 6 here. Flamethrowers burning through them. Panther on the move here for Paul.A.D. A last desperate counter-attack here, safe from the Germans, most likely. Got the Ace T-34 moving for it. Shot bounces. That's said, another shot's going to follow rapidly here. There we go. Pack Force joining in this one at that point. He's just going to ram it. He doesn't even care at this point. Takes out the Panther 4, his T-34 from 6 aces, immobilized, the gun is out. But like, he doesn't care, like he just took out his opponent's last tank. And he doesn't have like any pack 40s, so you know, he's fairly safe to do that. I guess it's all just like a pretty ballsy statement. So there we go. I think Paul.A.D has in fact left the match here. We're just waiting for the game to recognize this. We are just waiting for the game to recognize it. There we go. Game over. A loss of Paul.A.D, a victory for VonIvan, and what a victory it was. I hope you enjoyed this one, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on. Of course, consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another stunning episode. Bye.